Hello, today we have the Heng early model German Tiger 1. This is a 2.4 gigahertz 1/16 scale RC main battle tank. Let's take a closer look. Now this German Tiger comes with a whole lot of stuff, a lot of which I haven't had a chance to either open or put on. But we'll give you an idea of what came with it. Now you get your packet here, and in here you'll have like a target to do like target practice or whatnot, and that's pretty cool. And also inside that packet you'll have your updated instruction manual. Now there are two versions of this tank out. I guess the early model, it had a switch on the inside that you would use to cut your airsoft gun on with, and then that would operate and shoot your pellets. However, we'll get into a little bit later on the way that the new one operates. So then you also get one of your thank you for purchases things, and you have a really nice instruction manual here. Alright, now you also get your 2.4 gigahertz radio. You get a pretty cheap charger. Really helps to have a professional grade charger if you start getting into this kind of stuff. You might want to check out my video on the IMAX battery charger. You also get this little packet here. You know, a lot of your little cables and things of that nature that you see on the Tiger tanks. And you also get a box here with a lot of accessories in here. Now stuff is falling out, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. Okay, we'll pull some of this stuff out. You get like a pack again with all your little things you could put on your tank. You got your commander, and if you're in the hobbies, you'll recognize a lot of this stuff right off. And then the box also has, again, just a bunch of little items in here to decorate your tank and deck it out. Now it also has this oil. This is the oil that makes the smoke come out of the back of the tank, and I guess you only need a few drops. You might want to take a look at your manual. When my tank came, it was pretty much ready to go. There's still smoke coming out of it, and we'll get into that in a moment. Alright. And last but not least, you get a box of pellets. Okay. And then your pellets, just like a lot of these tanks, would load up inside your hatch right here. Then you have another hatch right here. And that would be where you would sit your commander and things of that nature. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the tank is a 2.4 gigahertz and it is proportional. Now to get going, what you want to do is you want to bind your tank to your radio. And how we're going to do that is first you want to cut your radio on and then cut the tank on. We already did that. Now that your lights are flashing, a lot of people might be wondering, well, why isn't she binding? You're moving your sticks and nothing's happening. Well, what you want to do, there's a switch right here that's kind of hard to see. What you want to do is you want to press this switch to get her started. Okay, once you got her started, you'll notice that the LEDs will be solid. Now, one feature that this tank has that I really like is the fact that you can control the volume. Alright, we'll hit the volume switch, and you'll notice she gets louder. And I think there's like 4 or 5 levels. I think we're on the last one, and if we hit this again, it'll shut off. But now the tank is still on, okay? Just that the volume has now been turned off. So we'll cut it back on low. Now here, you're supposed to get like a difference of sound in your guns, but I got that to work once But it's really no big deal because it's really just your machine gun. It's like two different sounds. Every now and then I get them both to work. I don't know why one is just working now, but we'll press this again. It's still the same sound. Well, I accidentally cut it off. Let's cut it back on. I like the way it starts anyway. That sounds like real tank. It's pretty cool. Alright. But other than that, you know. Now to get the gun to fire on this particular model, what you want to do is you want to aim the gun how you want it to go. We'll just aim it over in this direction here. Now what you want to do is you want to hold, this is your fire button here, your gun safety. You want to hold this button down, and at the same time you want to press up on this direction pad here. And that's how your gun fires. Alright, now I'm going to move my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this down first, and then I'm going to press up on this and let you guys see her fire. Alright, I'm going to hold that down and move my hand, and then I'm going to press up on the controller. And as you can see, the LED light comes on when she's ready to fire. Let's do that again. Hold it down, and then we're going to press up on this here. Now this is how you get this particular version of this tank to fire. Now when it comes to movement of the turret and the gun, you have full control. You can move it left, right, and then you can make the gun, it's all the way up now. That's when you hear that. So we're going to lower the gun, and that's all the way down, and then we'll raise the gun. Alright, and this is how you control your gun. One of the coolest features on this tank is, hands down, the smoke. Now, there's a button on here for the smoke, right here. Now, when you press this button here, you hear the smoke motor or something come on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the controller down. And we're going to zoom in and see if we can see some of this smoke coming out. That's pretty cool. So with the sound and the smoke, you can really get that imagination going, man. Look at that. Again, I don't know how long the smoke lasts. I've been playing with this tank off and on for about an hour. And when it arrived, I never had to put any of the smoke oil in it, and it's still going. So my guess is it's probably just a couple of drops, because I used to have a train set like that had the smoke, and again, the thing lasted forever, and they give you an awful lot of this smoke oil stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's have a closer look at that detail one more time. This is like a radio control hobby kit from the old days, where you could pretty much, with all the accessories and then the flat neutral color, you could pretty much make this tank out to be whatever you want. You know, it's really nice. And of course, your suspension is accurate. All the wheels, pretty accurate. I'm going to do a demo video on this when the weather here clears up, to demonstrate just how great this thing is. Another thing I want to mention is the tracks on here. Unlike a lot of the RC tanks, this particular tank, the tracks, they actually grip. So I would actually look into maybe getting an upgraded track for this, because this particular tank, you can purchase upgradable the metal track separately. So this is more like a beginner's level, I would guess, hobby grade vehicle that you could pretty much expand on and upgrade. It's really cool. Okay, the Heng 1/16 scale German Tiger 1. Thanks for watching.